Moment of silence for the victims that are in this devastation in North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and other places that haven't been reported that got strong wind too. Moment of silence. Well, people, I tell you, it looks like we got the deck stacked against us. That's what it looks like to me. You know good and darn well that they're doing this to the weather. And it's simply out of control. And they're probably using it as a population control thing. Now that they know they can play with it and do this, they'll be doing it more and more. Joe said that they would intensify this more and more as they go along. And I firmly believe him. I don't think he meant to say that in front of us. I really don't. I think he's just stupid and thought he was talking to someone else. He always tells on himself by accident because he's an old man. He forgets where he is, forgets who knows, who he's talking to. But you know darn well they're doing this. And I'm going to go out and say, I voted for Trump last time, and I'll vote for him again, but I'm not pleased with anyone he's ever picked. And the more they talk, the less I'm pleased. Okay? And the reason I say that is the vice president, soon to be vice president, if Trump gets elected, called the good old boys white hats and losers because they were walking around Ohio with their guns on because people are doing stuff there and they need help. And no one else is helping. The cops aren't helping because they say diplomatic immunity and all that stuff. So finally we got the good old boys that are going to do something. The Hells Angels, come on, they're not going to do nothing. They're in their 80s, all of them. They're just going to, sooner or later, they're going to be gone just like Rome. Okay? So we can't count on them. All right? They've gotten soft anyway. But the good old boys, they want to help. And I want the good old boys to help. I really do, because no one else is doing it. You got to be young enough to join the good old boys. I'm not. I'm 67 this January. I can't walk very fast. I can shoot a damn gun good, though. I'll tell you that. I'm quick. I'm accurate. And I don't even have to aim. The aim just comes natural. Your brain tells you where it's going, okay? When you pull that gun out, you know where that bullet's going. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it fast. That's how the gunslingers did it back in the day. They drew it out quick. They didn't draw it out and aim. They ain't got time to aim. You draw it out and take a chance to aim, and 9 chances out of 10, you're already dead. Because they didn't. So, but I appreciate the good old boys. I don't like what Trump's VP said about them being losers and white hats. First of all, I don't believe they're white hats. It's a family-owned, club that people got together to do things with their sons and families, and it grew from there. Does that sound like white hats to you? See, that's the mistake of picking the wrong people. That's a mistake. And I have another issue. I did a screenshot of the helicopter. It was going around the sites and blowing all the stuff all over the place. And I enlarged it, and it looks like to me it's an Army helicopter. Yep. That's what it is. It's one of us. Maybe it's not being drove by one of us. It might be somebody they trained that's an illegal immigrant to go around and do that. Maybe it's somebody that doesn't have a family, that doesn't care. They're picky on who they pick. The people that do the chemtrails, they're all single, and most of them hate America. Most of them, actually, I don't know if they hate America, but most of them said they think they're doing it for climate control. They believe in it. But you see, that's not true. And this has been going on for a long time. Even in the 60s, you'd seen a plane go across there, and then it didn't stay as long. It stayed a couple hours. And they've learned how to make it stay longer now, like permanent almost, except for whatever hits the ground. And sometimes they do it close to the ground on purpose, because there's bad chemicals in it. I believe they do it on purpose. I don't know about you, but I do. I believe they've caused all this damage. I believe they're going to cause more damage. And see, this ain't going to be like Hawaii. They thought they could do Hawaii, and they did Hawaii, but nobody ain't close enough to get to them. This isn't Hawaii. This is the United States, okay? I know Hawaii is part of the United States, but this is a place we can get to help people. We couldn't help nobody at Hawaii if we counted on it. Who wants to give the money to FEMA when watch them give it to their employees to rent $1,000 rooms and pay off their inventory, that, their leadership role, and make money off of it, and then you got $10 left to give people. That's crap. That's crap. If I'd done that, I would have been arrested. If I would have done that and said, well, I got so much, I got to pay overhead, I got to pay $100,000 payroll to 30 people. If I had to do that, I would find different people. I would go to jail if I had to do that, because I say, no, you got this money to give people. And FEMA didn't even have this money. They took it. They took it from someone else that was raising it to give to those people. Now, how right is that? And then they stand back. They have a mobile command center. Here's their idea of helping people. They come to us. We'll set up a command. They come to us and fill out the paper for $750. And in 12 months, if they don't pay it back, we get their land. These people have lost everything. Family members, animals, everything. Their home. It's a beautiful country. Have you seen it? I would love to live there. I'm sure the people are heartbroken. This has never happened before. Not like this. But you see, from 9 at night to 9 in the morning, the 5G goes up. We've had people show us on the global map how it goes up and how it highlights storms. And the storms kind of follow them going up. Plus, they got these laser beams, heat beams, microwave beams that they shoot towards storms that will make the storm actually stay for as long as they got that heat thing on it. It'll stay right there. Remember before there was an island hit, and it was down there near Cuba, one of them islands, and it stayed for 2 days. And somebody noticed a laser coming from North or South Carolina, and they showed it on the global map, this laser beam going through. And it stayed there, and then when the laser beam stopped, the storm started moving again. So people, they're doing this. They're doing this. And even if we don't rise up, they want us to rise up so they can say, oh, okay, now we'll get the army out there. We're going to call off the elections. Don't you think they're going to do that anyway? Don't you think their plans are to do that anyway? With or without us. Look, we didn't do January 6th. They fabricated it. And they'll do that again to get their way, okay? If they have to drop a bomb and say, well, Russia did it, now we're at war, we can't have an election. They'll do it. Just wait. Just don't stand up and wait. And it'll happen. I will say one of the things we could do is pray. If you can't do nothing else, pray. Because together, our prayers do have power. They do. And it even says in the later days in the Bible that we will start getting our powers. Well, I think we have our powers if we act together. So try praying together. Pray and they will go away. Somebody told me that once. I call her my sister. Pray and they will go away. And it worked. I had neighbors next to me and they were shooting up the house, running through the yard, looking at each other saying, I almost shot you, ha 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 ha, like that, like it was funny because they accidentally almost shot each other. So I did what she said, I prayed. And you know what? It wasn't 1 week to a couple days, and they were gone. It worked. When I need something, I pray. And if we all do it together, I think this will stop. I think they'll have all kinds of mistakes, and they'll like start fighting with each other and killing each other, and the wicked will destroy the evil. Pray, people. If you can't get out and fight them, pray. If you can get out and fight them, I'm advising you to do so. Especially if you're in a militant like the good old boys that have over 1 million. We do need your help. It doesn't matter if you do it secretly or in front of us. And I'll tell you what, you'll be famous. You'll be more famous than anyone except for Jesus and except for God. But this stuff that they're putting us through is ridiculous, and they're not done, people. They're not done. No way. October is going to be the month to remember. They're not nowhere done. Just wait. There's more on the way. I'm hearing from officials that are in the service that they may try to cut our power next. So I hope everybody's got a generator. And the money issue. I hope your state is smart enough to think of some kind of money issue to come up with in case they say, oh, we ain't got no more money now. And they won't give. Everybody's getting denied their money. Even though they took that money to give to those people, almost everybody's getting denied that money. But there's about 12 other countries that just got approved for billions and billions of dollars. Lebanon being one of them. Israel's one of them. I back Israel because that's what the Bible says to do. But they should have took care of us, and they could have. Ukraine, that was bullshit. Biolabs everywhere. Making things to kill humans. This isn't a testing facility where they just say, oh, experiment on this rat here, and if it does this, and okay, we can write that down. Let's write that down. It did that. No. They're trying to make something to kill all the people they can in these biolabs. Anyway, this is the news that they don't want you to know. God bless everybody that's helping North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, all the places. God bless you. And I pray that God keeps you safe, because you know they're out to get you one way or another. If they can't arrest you, they'll try to shoot you out of the air. So things are going to get really nasty here pretty soon, because they don't like us helping each other. And we can't stop helping each other. Now, can we? This is Ralph Snyder's Underground. I'm out of here, people.